Hey guys, Ryan here. I'm going to take a few minutes and play around with the new page builder here in BoldTrail and try to build a quick, simple lead capture page. And I think the template I'm going to use is this lead plus background. We're going to go in, we're going to change out the background and play with the form a little bit. But there's a few steps here that we need to take first. And the first step we need to take is we need to have the after opt-in. Oh, my green screen's appearing weird. Sorry about that. We need to have the after opt-in page that we're going to send people to already. So just a little footnote before we get started is I'm gonna have to head over to the lead engine and I'm gonna make my quick squeeze link that I'm gonna send people to. So I'm gonna go to lead engine. I go build my quick page, and what offer will we make today? Let's play on what we were doing yesterday. Let's do land for sale in my county here. So I'm just gonna pick the county. I'm going to build my quick squeeze link, and we'll just do type of property land. So your first step in building any of these landing pages is you need to know where people are going to go. So that's why I'm taking this step first before we get to the good stuff and we play with the page. So where they're going to go after they opt in. So I'll generate the link right here, and then just copy paste my URL in this browser window here. So let me come actually and duplicate it. Just a little pro tip. Whoop, not that. You can actually kind of open a new tab and leave what you were working on in the other tab as you do this stuff. So in case you need to get back and adjust that, you're not flipping back and forth. So I'm opening up a new tab here. And now I'm going to go over to Web and IDX, and I'm going to go up to Pages and get back to my page builder. This way, if I lose that link to the redirect, I still have it in that other tab, or I could have pasted it into a notepad. So I'm going to go to the lead and background option here. I'm going to click select. I'll load that up. And let's first do the actual form, and then we'll switch out the background. So I'm going to click inside the form. I'm going to move myself over here. Woo! I'm floating. And then we'll come down, and we'll see by default, this template as it stands today just has first name, phone, and the button says reach out. So let's start with the button first. We're going to say see the list now. Sort of my favorite language. See the list now, like that. If I click out, that should change for me. Click back in here. And I don't really want the phone. I'm not a fan of getting phone numbers. You might be. I feel like it suppresses response, and people are going to call me anyway once all the follow-up stuff starts happening. And if they want to work with me, they'll eventually call. But really all I want here is a quick, maybe I'll go for the first name, but really all I want is the email address, honestly. So I'm going to delete that, click back in, and then I'm going to add my new field, and it's going to be email. So I'm going to do plus email. There we go. And then I'll notice here, it has the little email up at the top. Let's see, I can adjust the width, but it has this, it says email real small above, and I'd like to adjust that if I can. So that's my label options up here. I guess I could make that white if I wanted to. Yeah, that'll do that. Or I think I can figure out how to get rid of it altogether just in this particular theme. There's tons of flexibility with the builder. It's really just going to be a matter of coming up with, getting familiar with it, basically using it a lot. And I'm going through the same thing. And if you're committed to using this builder, then you're gonna learn these things as you go too. So field options, text color, all this stuff looks good. See the list now, and then a few things that I need to set here. I could also align center. You can see here. A few things I need to set is up here where it says select the form. This is where the good stuff happens. I need to go ahead and set that URL after login that I got up at the top. That takes people over to my URL. And there we go. I ended up with the wrong one, as I said, in my clipboard somehow because I copied and pasted into the other window. So I'll go back, I'll get that, and then I'll click add lead form like so. And unfortunately when I did that, it re-put all of the fields here. So I'm going to get rid of those. We'll talk to the product team about that. That was inconvenient. So I'm going to undo these fields. I'm going to get rid of the first name. I'm going to get rid of the cell phone. There we go. Now it looks how I want it to look. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do, it says get in touch right here. This is where my headline's going to be. So I'm going to see a complete current list of lots and land for sale in Pinellas County. Like so. And then depending on what my background is going to end up looking like, I might want to do a background color up here. So I can do the background. I can pick up this little picker, and it should give me some background to the actual text. I have to highlight the text first. And you'll see when I come out, now it's in black, so it's a little more readable. That's all well and good. Okay, so I've got my opt-in form. I've got a little headline. I'm going to pause, and I'm going to figure out how to do the background and show you guys how to do that now. Okay, so easy enough. If I come over to the main content and I just click anywhere outside of where that form was, you'll see that it gives the background image here. And if I toggle that off, it actually goes away. Hey, where'd you go? So now it's just a blank white page, which sometimes could be useful. Guys, remember, a lot of the traffic you're going to be sending these pages is mobile. They're not even to see the background. So I personally might just run with something like this, change the text color to black, and that's fine for me. If I'm running traffic from a Facebook or Google ad, I might just, believe it or not, you make more money off a page like this than anything designed fancy. But for the sake of talking about our builder today, let's put a cool background image in. So I can click here and click choose image. Okay, and then I can upload my own, but let's have a little fun. Let's see what we can find here. Let's do land. Okay, now this doesn't look like land where I live, so I might want to upload my own image. But just for the sake of speed here, let's grab one of these and make it the background image of our page. And just like that, I've got a nice land image right there. Now, of course, I could also get a little wild and have a little fun here. Let's play around. Let's go and look at one of these properties that are going to be on the list. And I could take a screenshot of it, right? Or if I copy, this is a little hack for you guys. If I copy one of the images down here, one of the thumbnails at the bottom, not the actual main thumbnail, and I copy the image address, watch what I'm going to do here. I copy the image address. What happens if I put it in there? And I click out. Oh, okay. Now it's all small and top at the right, but what if I go fit to background? Woo, very cool. Now obviously that's very blurry, but know that you can kind of link to any of the images that are already on your site, or you can upload it fresh. That's kind of the thing that I was trying to show you there. Or I can go repeat. Woo, that's super ugly. Okay. So just to kind of recap here, we can change our background image to whatever we want. Just by doing that. I could also do a custom background color, which I also might lean toward doing as well, and it's nice and sharp like so. So once I've done all this, I can click save. I want to make sure I publish it, and then I'm going to click view. So there we have it with the nice black background. I'm going to pause and put a real land image that looks sharp in there for you guys. Okay, now we've got it in there. That's a little bit better. Now, one thing you'll notice is I do have my header on the page and I have my footer on the page of my main site, and I do have the ability to get rid of those as well. So let's go to settings here. I believe that's where I go. I can change the width if I want. And the settings for this are actually up where it says advanced options. So up in advanced options, I can get rid of my header, get rid of my footer. Like so. Click save. And now if we view the page, I shouldn't have the header and the footer anymore. And you can see I have the page like this. Now it's got this white background, which I'm sure I can figure out, but remember, a lot of the traffic's going to experience your page like this. And believe it or not, this simple page with a nice picture of the background and a headline and a form, this will convert very well if there's not a lot of distraction on the page. So I'm going to leave it here today. I don't want this video to get too long, but this is just me kind of poking into the landing page builder, showing you what's possible here. We're building a simple lead capture page. We started up at the top by building out our form. I could definitely change the colors of the button and everything like that. I could ask for additional fields. I set my redirect URL to be the URL where that lives. That's by clicking select the form. I found that option here. And then I spent a few minutes playing around with my background image. Again, I wouldn't drive yourself nuts going crazy with the background images or any of the design at all when we're talking about straight lead generation, because really the most important part is the headline, what you're offering, and that it matches whatever ad you're using to drive content. But that's kind of drive traffic. But that's kind of a longer subject for another day. For now, just get in there, play around with the landing page builder, see if you can do what I did, grab one of these templates and maybe play around with the forms and play around with the background images and start to get familiar with it here at BoldTrail and Inside Real Estate.